Making money in the gaming space is so much easier than people make it out to be. I ended up making a video on this a while back, and it ended up helping hundreds of thousands of people, where I really was just going over and sharing what I was actually doing. However, it is 2025 and it's time for an update because I have learned a ton of new stuff. I started a business. Now, first, I want to go over my story and what I am doing. That way you have context on what I am explaining in a few moments here. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them down in the comment section below, because that just gives me more video ideas for future videos. We're going to go over the end game at the end of this, all right? Because this is something that no business person ever shares on YouTube. So how I've linked all of this to Amazon and how I am able to charge people nothing for these computer builds is I use YouTube as my leads. I use YouTube to get eyeballs. Real quick, just wanted to say that if you would like a PC from me, my Facebook business page is linked down in the description below. I do not charge you anything other than the cost of parts, which I do in fact give you a full list of everything with the final cost before I order it all with my own money. You do not pay me anything until you see the video, the performance, the benchmarks, and all of that kind of stuff. So again, link down in the description below. I make a helpful video, a valuable video, a useful video. And because of that, people naturally support me. People naturally want to build the computer with me. People naturally just want to buy the computer from me without building it themselves because I don't charge anything. So before I show you how to install all of the parts inside of this computer, I wanted to go over the parts and explain why I chose the parts that I actually ended up choosing. So for the CPU, we have an i7 12700KF because we are going to be installing a dedicated graphics card. So we don't need the 12700K that has integrated graphics. The reason that I ended up getting the i7 12700K is because this is such a good value. So you're helping those people, but you also have the affiliate link that brings them over to Amazon. And then this is where the crazy part comes into play, because there's roughly 10 parts in every single computer build. And all 10 of those parts I create content for on Amazon. So the CPU, I'll make a video on the CPU, and then my video goes directly on that product listing on Amazon. So every time somebody goes to Amazon, buys a CPU and watches my video, I'm going to earn money from that. The GPU, same thing. I earn money from people watching my video on Amazon. The NVMe, the RAM, the motherboard, the power supply, the case, all of it, okay? So I'm earning money from Amazon. I'm earning money from the affiliate links. And then this is where the income starts to really build up really quickly, is when you're making that helpful, valuable, useful content. Not only do your viewers and customers and clients and people that buy things from you respect you and value you for what you are doing and how you are making money, because basically you, the business owner, or me, the business owner, is building computers free of charge and charging their customers nothing. And I'm making my money from YouTube. I'm making my money from affiliate links. I'm making my money from the influencer page, and then also the videos for the products on Amazon. And then now, because I have grown my following, brands and so I don't take sponsors, okay? And this is something that's really frustrating on YouTube is people don't realize when you're not taking sponsors, but when you take sponsors, they realize you're taking sponsors. And just so we're clear, I intentionally do not sell people stuff because I'm sick of ads. And I'm sure you're sick of ads as well. How many of you are paying for YouTube Premium? How many of you are using AdBlock? How many of you are paying for the more expensive version of every single streaming service so that you don't have to watch 4 minutes worth of ads every 10 minutes? So I don't want to add on to that. So when companies send me stuff, I make it very clear, send me the item. You're not paying me anything, because I'm not going to make a specific dedicated review video for you. I'm going to build the computer and I'm going to make a useful, helpful, valuable piece of content for people looking to build a computer or for people looking to buy a computer. I got to a point where I got comfortable spending more, and rather than building those $1,500 computers, I moved into the more premium, luxurious computers, like the $4,000 to $5,000 computers with 5090s, 4090s, 5080s, 4080s, depending on when you're watching this, 6080s, 6090s, 70, you know what I mean? So like it was the more expensive computers. When I was able to save more time because I moved into the luxurious computer space, because you still make the same amount of money, you just free up your time and you're able to focus elsewhere. Because I do everything on my own. I don't have any employees. Amazon specifically is very, very strict about how you can share the amount of money that you make. Putting the affiliate and the influencer page aside, you can look up the commission rates and you can get a pretty good idea of, I have hundreds of computer builds on my channel. Just go to the PC builds playlist. They're all pretty much $4,000 or $5,000. Except if you scroll all the way down, there's like the older ones, again, $1,000, $1,500 computers. Even if I'm pretty sure the tech in the PC space, the commission rate on Amazon is something like 3%. I'm pretty sure. How are you going to remember they got millions and millions and millions of people going to the website every single day? And I do make content on other stuff as well. Like I make content on Amazon of keyboards, socks, underwear, hats, hoodies, soap, like everything. Like anything that I buy from Amazon, I will make videos on Amazon because there's no algorithm there. There's nothing like YouTube where you need to focus on the algorithm. And also on top of this, this is not financial advice for taxes right here. Hire a CPA because the tax laws are always changing, especially right now with the state of our country, which is kind of why I'm making this video. I genuinely want to help people. I run my business the way that I do for a reason, okay? So when you buy stuff and you make videos on it and you earn money from those things that you're making videos on, that is a tax write-off, okay? So yeah. So anyways, that's why I make videos on literally everything that I buy from Amazon, is because I don't feel like handing over half of my income to the IRS every single year, and I can write a ton of stuff off. So that's the main way that I started everything, and that's how you can start as well, which we're going to go over this in a little bit here. So to summarize that, now that I gave my story on everything and how I've been able to do that, I'm just going to quickly summarize this, okay? So I started a YouTube channel. I have multiple YouTube channels at this point. I have my PC channel, my gaming channel, my card channel. I did start a travel and plays channel, which I'm probably not going to upload on because I just do not have the time for. And I've also grown an AI channel and an animation channel, both of which I have sold because AI and animation are going to become saturated and easy. And if it's easy and saturated, everybody's going to do it and you're not going to stand out, okay? So I do have a lot of YouTube channels, but I started a YouTube channel, made tons of mistakes throughout 10 years, finally started investing into myself, finally started a business, service-based business. I found a way to make an offer so good that it's impossible to say no to, Alex Hormozi. I then, because I made an offer so good, it was impossible to say no to, and I aimed that at the customer. Like I actually aimed it as me being the gamer that I was a few years ago. What would I want? I would literally want a computer for the cost of parts, nothing else. That's what I want. It sucks that I had to do that, but we're getting to the end game here. I've played the long game with this, and this is what nobody explains to anybody. And then I found a way with the offer so good it's impossible to say no to. I had to figure out a way to do this, which is where the affiliate stuff came in, which is where the influencer stuff came in, which caused brand deals because brands saw I was building computers on YouTube. Brands saw the amount of value that I could provide. Brands saw that I was a creator worth working with. And the money for those parts, like that's like a free $1,000 just worth of income off of every PC sale pretty much, because half the parts in every single most of the time it's the lower end. It's like the case, it's the power supply, it's the cooler, it's the motherboard. It's very rare. Again, the graphics cards is very new for me. So, it's not the more expensive stuff like a CPU or the graphics card. You get my points, like roughly $1,000 worth of free income off of every single PC sale. And then the 5% cashback credit card, which I never leave a balance on. I pay it off every single month. Okay. I don't leave a balance. So to everybody that was wondering where the explanation of the credit card was, this is where the explanation of the credit card is. Okay. So you can imagine this is just cash back. Okay. Like this is, again, not a tax advice here. Hire a CPA. And like, unfortunately, I need to say this is there's actually like lawsuits for this kind of crap. Okay. So this is not like tax advice. You need to hire a CPA for this. Okay. But the 5% cash back that I get with the Chase Prime credit card is untaxable money. Now, where I was getting at with the more premium, luxurious, higher end computer builds, I moved from building those, the 10 to 15 cheaper builds between $1,000 and $1,500 every week. And then I started moving into the more premium, luxurious stuff. Okay. So let's just say I only built 4 high-end computers for the week and use the lower end version of these. That would be $16,000 worth of computers. That's four $4,000 computers is where I got that number, for people wondering. Okay, so let's say I wasn't selling a computer every single day. That's $4,000 computers. That's $16,000. I'm trying to do the math in my head here as I'm explaining it to you. So that's $800 free money, just cash back for buying the parts to build the computer for the customer. Then, so that's $800 there. Amazon, very strict with the income, okay, and how much you can actually share here. However, commission rate for the computer parts tech, I'm thinking it's really low. It's like 2 or 3%. It's not a lot. Now that you have context on everything that I've done, why I've done it, how I've done it, and the amount that you can kind of somewhat sort of expect, okay? Because in order to sign up for the Amazon affiliate program, you need, again, rules kind of vary, but if you have a following on YouTube, Amazon, or if you have a following on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, anything, you need some sort of social media page to sign up for the program. And you need to sign up for the program in order to promote products, okay? And then once you sign up, you need to make, I think it's 3 sales within 90 days. It's an outrageous amount of time. And anybody that even puts the slightest amount of effort into this is going to be able to accomplish that. Okay. And then once you start, I'm pretty sure you need it's 100 followers to sign up for the influencer program and actually get accepted. So here's what you can do now, today, starting right now, to make money in this space. You need to start a YouTube channel. That is what I am good at. That is what I'm going to teach. I don't care about Instagram. I don't care about TikTok. I don't care about Twitter. I do care about Facebook, because you can very easily set up a business page, and that's where my business page is. So I do like Facebook, but however, the creator side of stuff, don't care about Facebook. I care about YouTube because people create an emotional connection with you if you do it correctly. You can get an idea of what to do based off of my computer builds. I build computers free of charge. I use YouTube for leads to make helpful, useful, valuable content for people building the computers. And people have common sense, man. When they know you know what you're doing, and they know that you are charging them nothing, why would they build this computer they're trying to figure out how to build when they can literally buy it from you for the cost of parts? That is what I do. Can you see how that's an offer so good it's impossible to say no to that? Think about it. If you were building a computer, right? If you were trying to learn how to build a computer and you came across me, a guy that is charging people absolutely nothing for this, buys all the parts for the computer they're going to build, has hundreds of videos building these computers with proof they are doing it, would you say no to me building the computer for you? And then you having to pay like $100 for shipping. I'm guessing that you would just be, well, man, this guy's going to build it for me for nothing. Why would I not buy the computer from him? And then I make my income through the influencer program, the affiliate links, if the people do actually enjoy building computers like me, because to me, it's just like grown up Legos. I genuinely enjoy doing it. What I really want people to be careful of is sponsorships and brand deals, okay? Because when you start doing this, lots and lots, just so we're clear, because this video is almost 2 hours long, and I know that I'm not going to upload a 3-hour video. So this is just a screenshot from my email. This is like all brand deals, dude. I don't take any of these, okay? These are all like just companies that I just ignore and just don't take, okay? And I don't do that because of respect, okay? I don't want to watch people promoting a product for 1 to 2 minutes after I just barely watched 3 YouTube ads in a row, 1 minute worth of YouTube ads. Then they put a brand deal or sponsorship in their video. Again, another minute worth of YouTube ads. Then I'm watching the video and they go on to tell me how they want me to subscribe and like their video and leave a comment and why they should subscribe and do this and basically make an advertisement for themselves. Again, now I need to watch another 1 minute YouTube advertisement. So at the end of the day, I just clicked a 10-minute YouTube video, got 5 minutes worth of advertisements and 5 minutes worth of what I clicked the video for. I hate that, man. And I know you hate it as well. So please play the long game. Earn the respect from your community, which is where I want to say this right now, because this is a huge mistake that I made with this right here. And I'm going to explain why I made this mistake. This video specifically right here completely changed my life. All right. So 160,000 views, $1,000 pre-built computers. This is the exact time where the PS5 came out. Nobody could get a PS5 and everybody wanted to play video games because of the pandemic and being stuck in their house. I made this video, blew up overnight. I had, I want to say 60,000 subscribers worth of PS5 that were interested in PS5 that could not get a PS5 but wanted to play the new games. All right. That video, dude, I made most people's salary within a week. Okay, that was the video that just like completely changed my perspective on how to go about creating content on YouTube, and even why I started the PC building business or am into computers in the first place anymore. Because when I was doing this, I was the guy searching for the helpful content that I create now, how to build a computer. Couldn't figure it out. So I was looking up pre-built computers, and I decided, okay, I'm going to buy a pre-built computer, take it apart and put it back together. So that is what I did. And then I started making videos over the pre-built computers because even looking that up was confusing to me. So again, back to the common sense thing. To the people that may not be into PC gaming or understand gaming PCs may not relate to this, okay? And have just never built a computer. But you can really see that common sense thing where I'm talking about that offer so good it's impossible to say no to. Because the average person, the old me, which is literally just... That is... When you're creating videos on YouTube and you like something and enjoy something, that is what you create content on. You create content on you, the old you, the you that would want to know what you're doing. So how to build a computer. Like my PC channel is just kind of going over PC news because that's what gets traction. It's what people are like looking up. It's what people are interested in. NVIDIA news, AMD news, Intel news, PC hardware news, okay? And then that gets eyeballs, so I get a following in the PC space, and then when I make a video building a computer or how to build the computer, it's like they see, oh my gosh, that guy's running a PC, that's cool. Oh my gosh, he's not charging people anything for computers? Oh, I gotta look into this. They start going browsing all my social media, and they create this emotion. They create this, not emotion, connection with you. Why I was explaining this right here is because this loses an outrageous amount of respect from your audience, okay? This is just like TikTok Shop. it was very life changing for me. I used to be on Social Security disability. I used to be on food stamps. I used to be on cash assistance. I used to have to go to the church's food pantry to get food because I could not afford food. I've been arrested at least 20 times for stealing food from grocery stores. Okay. So I came from the bottom of the barrel, dude. And when I say bottom of the barrel, from age 11 to from age 11 to 18, just so I don't get into my adulthood and go down another rabbit hole here for the next 40 minutes. From age 11 to 18, my entire life was hospitals, emergency rooms, inpatient programs, residential centers, outpatient programs, psych wards. My entire life was hospitals. Throughout this 7-year period, I was out of the hospitals, inpatient programs, psych wards, residential centers, etc., maybe 6 months. Okay. So my whole life was hospitals. And, so when I did that and I got home, I refused treatment because when you turn 18, you can refuse treatment from these places. And because I was refusing treatment, my parents kicked me out of the house because, understandably so, I respect my parents still. I get along with them very well. I completely understand why they did this. But like when I was refusing treatment, they kicked me out of the house. And because of everything that I was dealing with and struggling with, I was so homeless, the homeless shelter would not even accept me for 2 years. Okay. For 2 years, the homeless shelter would not even accept me. And there was a lady that would go to the police station. She would give people vouchers and she was putting me up in a hotel because a homeless shelter wouldn't accept me. And I lived in New Hampshire where it's cold during the winters. Okay. So I was explaining that, man, because when these when these started blowing up and for the first time in my life, I was actually making money, I got consumed by that. It was all I was thinking about. It was all I was doing. More money, more money, more money, more money, more money, more money, more money. That's literally all I was doing. More money, more money, 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 money. That's it. Dude. So I fell into that trap. Okay. Hence TikTok shop. The same thing will happen to you. The only skill that you will build is how to sell, which is a good skill. Sales, great skill. However, you need other skills in order to make the sales work. You need to know how to create content. That is in a 5-second clip. Okay? So anyways, be very careful with affiliate marketing. Make sure that you're making valuable, helpful, useful content, and it's not a sales pitch. Okay? So I know I went down that rabbit hole there on why I do things the way I do and how I do it, but I really hope that is more valuable to people, even if it's me rambling on. I'm hoping it's describing why I do and how I do what I do for the reason that I do it. I'm sure that you're not all going to start building computers like me. I'm sure there's another hobby that you are interested in where you can kind of use what I'm describing to use yourself. Yeah, that's everything. So leave questions down in the comment section below to anything you might be confused about. I know that this was very, very in-depth, and this is not going to be 3 hours. I'm definitely going to only keep the more important stuff, but this definitely was one of the more longer videos that I'm going to make. And now I'm going to go over the end game and the thing that no creator will ever tell you. Okay. All right. So here it is. So the reason that I have done this 3 years, this has been my plan for 3 years. I've been playing this game. Please let this sink in. Okay. 3 years. I've been playing this game to get to the end game. Okay? So this is what the end game is. And why you're probably watching this video in the first place. I have proof that I know what to do on YouTube. I run a business. I have multiple YouTube channels. I earn an outrageous amount of money that other people are clearly going to want to earn. And keep in mind, me earning 6 figures, doing this all alone, no employees, It is all profit for me, dude. So there's a lot of proof, and the end game is where I start coaching people and I have a course to sell people.
Oh, this is why people don't tell you this. This is why people don't describe the end game. How many of you just got pissed off? This is why nobody goes over this. I'm guessing a pretty good oh, he's another creator about to sell a course.
Dude, if you cannot get comfortable spending money in order to make money, if you buy a $1,000 course from me and can earn an extra $25,000 per year easily, and if you put in a little bit more effort, 50, I would think that's a pretty good return. And I'm hoping that the amount of proof that I have on YouTube and how I was able to talk the way that I did throughout this video is proof enough for you to understand and respect that I actually know what I am talking about. I'm going to go down my ramble path if I don't end this. Again, questions, feel free to leave them down in the comment section below. I really want to help people. I wanted to start this off with the story so that people had context. Peace.